see, the most random things happen, and then I think of all these other things, of all these other things, of all these other things, that I'm like, wait, I really should share this, and I'm like, fuck, I cut the camera off, okay, but straight up, yo, I just burped, you know? Okay, wow, she just burped, but wait, it gets better, and there's a valid point. Um, so my sister, she used to call me Bubba when I was a kid, because it started with my baby brother. My baby brother, I don't know, it became funny to burp or something, right? You know, and I'm competitive. And we're kids, whatever, right? It became like a competition between my brother and I, you know, and we both learned to teach ourselves. Well, no. I don't think he learned. I taught myself how to burp. Okay? Yes. I am that much of an intellectual, competitive overachiever. My brother went through a phase of thinking it was funny to burp, so I taught myself how to burp. Then I noticed people thought it was funny, you know, to be like, oh, right, rah, you know. And so then I practiced. I would practice burping so I could get bigger and better and louder. I remember I even got to the point I could do monotone burps. And my sis, I mean, it was a funny family sharing thing, right? You know, and she's like, oh my God, that is ridiculous. And I'm like, Bubba. I earned the moniker Bubba. And, no. I think it was Bubba Jr., you know, because I mean, I was a kid, you know, and I've put on a lot of weight. I'm maybe 2 inches smaller, but I am significantly stouter than I used to be. Amber was always known for her petiteness. Worked out well as a model, and that's in the only way ever. I used to get slammed in lockers because, oh my God, I remember this one kid. He was holding his girlfriend's hand as he told me that if he thought he had a chance with me, he would leave her in an instant. Wow, you think my ass got shoved in lockers much? Whew. Yeah, and then we could take that all the way up to debating rape. Um, but let's not, shall we? I was much smaller. I was I was a buck 10 soaking wet. I remember being in the first cycle of PSYOP training, and there was this tiny lady, you know, and she was a tiny black lady, and she was one of the instructors. So she'd been in a minute, you know, and she was fucking hard. But you could tell, no, not on us. I mean, she wasn't hard on us. Yes, she was sometimes, but you could tell that she was a strong, petite, attractive, black woman that had been in special ops at least a minute for her to be an instructor there. Man, that's all I'm saying. She was, yes, ma'am. You know, I mean, yes, sir. I don't know, whatever, right? You know, but damn. Okay? And I remember we were DXing shit. And Soriano. God, I love Soriano. Hi. Call me for a job, I wanna help you. Yup, dude, yeah. Woo! Soriano was so fucking awesome because he got it. He lived it. He breathed it. He was one of me, you know? And I was still stuck in an angry, confused, overcompensating phase of my life. But anyway, so the badass black chick waves him over, right? And she goes, "Look," you know, and the extra small uniform. I mean, I Nobody did anything, nobody said anything, nobody touched me or anything, but I mean, it was a good dynamic situation. The only thing I remember, and yes, I have brain damage and mental health issues, I remember the situation just kind of like her going, ha, and him being like, dude, funny. The whole point was is I was so small. I remember thinking and feeling like my pants jerked down. I mean, because I was so small, even with the extra small buttons to the second one, it still was barely staying on me. I was small. Maybe that's why people thought I was faking when my cartilage blew on my ankles. Because I was so small, they couldn't imagine that I would keep pushing. Your ankles, much like your shoulders, are a compression joint. It's a ball joint. It works by, think of suction in a suction cup, okay? Now think round. That's how that shit works, right? Oh, chicken leg. Think of like a chicken leg. That's how that shit works. And you get the ligaments that cross them over, and then okay, anyway. So, chicken legs, cartilage on the end. You can bite the cartilage off and give it to your dog, but you can't give your dog the bone because the bone would choke them, fraction stuff, right? Okay, so the cartilage that you can pull off, that can break. It's chewier, which means I would imagine there has to be more of a twist because that's how it makes complete sense because there was more of a twist. When my ankles went, I was an O Dark 30 tactical ruck. It was one of the girls later in the female barracks was behind me in line in formation. Because we were on both sides of the road, and she was on my line and behind in my line in the formation. She said she thought I got shot. She said the scream was piercing and no joke. Okay. It's dark. It's O Dark 30. It's yes, we adjust to the lights somewhat, and trust me, I fucking love night navs. The fucking, I want to say Todd or something. The dude, the classroom instructor that was really kind of badass. If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough. Whatever, right? That dude, fucking cool. We're doing night ops, right? Dude, fucking, and he's the one that's known for like picking everybody off at night, right? And he comes up on, and I think he did it twice. That operation, dude walks up on me from behind, right? And I'm like, what? And he's like, all right, you saw me. And so, I mean, I know he rocked up on me like that the second one time. I mean, we ended up just like chatting for a bit, and whatever, right? And I think we crossed paths the second time that night, but still, I mean, I know how to handle myself in the dark. But there were dirt roads, like half sand, and it was into some gravel and stuff on the side, and dirt shifted. I stepped right alongside a pothole, a dip, a divot, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and the dirt shifted, and I slid. But not much. It's not like I slid down a hill or anything. All I did is I slid into the hole. Like, had I been going fine, I would have been fine, but I slid into the hole. And in the hole, that's when I fucking snapped like a goddamn fucking chicken bone. forgot I need to read back. Okay. So, I was always small. Until after my injury, where I'm shorter and more stout. More solid. And much happier. Much happier. Much less conflicted. Much better. And much less give a fuck. Anyway, so I was always petite. And these rucks are full bottle rattle. And that includes a loaded ruck. Yeah, I was tired. Just like everybody else on that ruck. We were in a bit. Far from home, but in a bit. And, I don't even know why I'm rationalizing to myself that, oh, I was tired, muscle failure, whatever, right? No, I mean, it fucking happened. Shit happens. Being small and carrying such weight, the weight of the momentum snapped me like a wishbone. It just, psh. The bones didn't break. Not a bone broken. Not a one. Obviously. The army would have found something. Not a bone broken. Just snapped like a wishbone. The momentum of the pack just snapped me. I don't remember some of what the other chick told me. I remember fucking screaming. I remember fucking going down. The thing is, it's not that I lost consciousness or anything. I just stopped fucking paying attention to everything else. I mean, I was fully aware. It's just the only thing I was paying attention to was me right then. And, why is it the people that experience me directly become inattentively blind to my struggle? I fucking overachieve so much and do so well so much of the time. People get used to me being able to move mountains, and they can't imagine me failing. When all of that shit happened, nobody even fucking believed me. I sprained my ankle in basic. I did. I sprained my ankle in basic. Fucking hurt. Fucking shattered my ankles then, bitch. Okay. So, and I'm not a whiner. I'm not. Anybody that can pay attention to behavioral psychology and has even watched Lie to Me once should be able to tell I'm not an, ooh, I broke a nail kind of girl. Who knows? I probably already shattered the cartilage in that one ankle. Maybe that's what happened in basic. And so that when I really fucking went in AIT, I shattered the fuck out of both of them. Who knows? Chicken or the egg, it doesn't really matter. The fucking egg is dead. I need to smoke more. See, this is why, my lover, you need to smoke more. It means more than I love you. I tell him I love you all the time, because he knows I actually mean it. Because I know what love is now. And I love him enough to give him time to figure it out on his own, because I know words are labels. And actions speak louder than words. What would that mean about me if I was so desperate for something as shallow as words? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Kidnapped at 5, abused kid. You don't get me wrong. I have fucking been there. I am not judging. This is not a judgment in any way, shape, or form. None of this shit is. This is a wake-up call. I'm sorry, but I'm here to be the shot in the ass. I have been so desperate for words. I've been a lot of things. All I will say is quite simply, if I'm speaking about anything in an emotional context, I know a bit more than average about what I speak. So you might want to actually listen and reserve your judgment. Because who the fuck are you to judge me? You don't even know what my shoes look like. I have had seasoned 10,000 stare guys tell me, damn. Yeah, I've always been petite. I was never a Miss 300. I was never a Mr. 300 because let's give it, the whole Mr. female type, male type. I mean, it's, yes, sir. Battlestar Galactica. Yes, sir. Thank you. That is respect. Don't call us heroes. Yes, sir. Then again, I was that cheeky little shit. I admit it. I was that cheeky little shit that could make yes, sir an insult. And would. Oh my god, I remember in Korea one time, when I called off my wedding and moved to Korea, well, I didn't really call, well, that gets complicated, and it honestly is none of your business. When my relationship fell apart, and I decided to move to Korea, I took a job as a wangdangnim. You know, I went as an English teacher to hoping that somebody would even meet me at the airport. Starting my life over with only what I could carry, in a country I'd never been to, with a language I don't speak, and wow, you know, talk about leaps of faith. Again. Hi, welcome to my life. Anyway, so I lived in Korea, like, I made sure I liked the country before I decided to stay and get my master's degree there at the top school in the country. Yay, Seoul National University, the ones that pioneered cloning, yeah! I used to walk past that building up the hill to my school. My building, he hated me. Respect is a huge thing, and I'm aware of that. And I completely, absolutely, I am incredibly respectful. Absolutely. Yes. And I respect my lover in so many ways. And I give respect where respect is due. And I'm sorry, but I do not agree with the Asian culture. Actually, it wouldn't just be the Asian culture. The Asian culture is just the most discreet, Well, Confucianism is, yeah, anyway, yeah. Um, Culture aside, because obviously I did this in the military as well, but I had already lived in Asia by then for like 5 years or whatever, right? 4 years, 8 months. Nah, I mean, no, I don't know, a minute. Um, the, I got so fucking drunk that night. I got so fucking drunk. Shit. Um, I don't remember what the fight was over, but kids in Korea, literally, literally, they have suicide clubs where if they academically, it's sad. It's sad. And it was very enlightening for me. Yeah, I'm gonna end on that note.